You see, when you understand your why, often called your big why, you know your purpose. So what is this big deal with purpose? I've talked about purpose many times, and last week I talked about passion, and I said you needed to combine it with your purpose, and that I would talk about purpose. So here I am talking about purpose. To me, purpose is like your GPS system. It's how you navigate through life. For a lot of people, their work doesn't involve purpose at all. They don't have a sense of mission. They just have a job. Often when you have a career, however, it revolves around a mission or a purpose. Basically the same thing, mission and purpose. And they relate back to why, to the reason you do it. So I work with a lot of writers, and we often talk about their mission or purpose, because if they don't know why they're writing the book, then sometimes they get stalled out. But it's the same with anything you do. You have to ask yourself why you're doing it. But more than that, you want to know sort of this umbrella purpose that you have. A lot of people are waiting for purpose to come and hit them over the head, or to show up at their feet. You know, they almost trip over it, and suddenly they know their purpose in life. But in fact, you can choose your purpose, and I've written about that before and talked about it before. And you can choose your purpose, and you might have a different purpose as a parent than you do at work or in your career. You might have a different purpose, with your interactions with people in some organization than you do with your interactions with your family. On the other hand, it might all be the same. So the idea here is to figure out why you do what you do. So if it's important to you to be of service or contribute in some way, let's say to your religious organization, ask yourself why. Maybe you have a greater purpose, which is that you want to help others, or you want to serve God, right? And so that's going to drive you. So if you know that for you, service is enormously important, and maybe it has nothing to do with anything spiritual, it's just you want to contribute and serve others. This is something that's enormously important to you. It's one of your values. And so for you, the reason for that is because you don't want to just be receiving. You want to be giving, and you want to be supporting others and lifting them up and helping them become their best self. And this is just something that really drives you. Then you can keep asking yourself over and over again when you get invited to do something or you get an opportunity, is this on purpose for me? And I love that phrase. I use it a lot. Is it on purpose? So you can ask, is this on purpose for me? And if it's not, if it doesn't align with your purpose, then your GPS is saying, don't do that. Go this way towards your purpose. Don't go that way, right? So you're constantly asking that question. It could be that your purpose is to be a good parent. And that's it. You feel like that is your overriding purpose, is to be a good parent, that you came into this world to be a parent, and all you want to do is be the best parent you can be. Awesome. That every time you're asked to do something, you want to ask, does this help me be a better parent? And you might be surprised at your answers to some things. So for instance, maybe you get invited to go on a retreat with some lady friends. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with being a good parent. Yet, the fact is that by going on retreat with your friends, you get a break from your kids for a little while, and you get to talk to other parents, other moms, and to relax and refresh and rejuvenate. And when you come back, you're a better parent. You've gotten a few tips from your friends, and you're refreshed, relaxed, able to be totally present with your kids and to give more to them than you could have the week before, when you were tired and stressed and felt, like even though you loved your kids, they were getting a little annoying, and you really just wished you could go in the bathroom and shut the door and not have anybody bother you, right? So the retreat with the friends doesn't sound like it has anything to do with parenting, but it does. And so when your friends invite you to go on the retreat and you ask yourself, is this aligned with my purpose? Is this on purpose for me? It's easy to see that it is. It may not appear to be on purpose, but it is. So every day you can be asking yourself whether doing this thing or that thing or the other thing is on purpose for you. But you have to understand what your purpose is. And again, as I said, you could have, you're in your family and marriage, your main purpose might be being a good parent. But if you have a job or a career, it might be something else entirely. Maybe it's to bring more books into the world. So that's sort of one of my purposes, right? To help people bring their books into the world, because I think books are enormously important and people have a lot to offer, and books change people's lives. But it could be, so you can see it could be almost anything. So in my job, I might be asking, does this help me do that? Does this help me, does doing this other thing help me help the writers? Now, I don't I don't only help writers. I also help the average person live their life more fully and step into their best self. So that's one of my goals, or one of my values, or my purpose, my mission, when it comes to my personal development work, my certified high performance coaching. And so, I might be asked to go to some event and speak, and I could say, well, does that help me serve people in that way? Does it help me help them step into their best self and their best life? If I'm speaking on a topic that will do that, then awesome. That's a great option for me. So this is how you can actually live your life on purpose. But let me talk a little bit about what I said in my last video last week, where I was talking about passion and reigniting your passion. When you have passion for something, so like I'm really passionate about personal development and personal growth. I think we're here to learn how to be our best selves, to how to just step into that best self, and that we block ourselves from doing that in a lot of ways. And so I'm really passionate about this topic, about how do we get out of our own way so that we can be our best self and do our work in the world. And so I know that when I combine that passion for that topic with my purpose as a certified high performance coach, which is to help people step into their best self and create a fully lived life, then that's what I want to be doing. That's what I need to do. But when I combine passion and purpose together, what happens is I get inspired. And that inspiration is, some people define inspiration as in spirit, right? It's you getting so tuned into the things you love and are passionate about, and your purpose in the world, why you do what you do, that you like burst into this feeling of inspiration. Not motivation so much, although inspiration creates motivation to a certain extent, but you get inspired and you get ideas and you get creative and you realize that there's something you need to go do. And it isn't even that you need to or should, it's that it's just the next right step for you. It's the inspired next step. And so when you take action, it's inspired action. It's not action that you feel you must do or should do or somebody told you you should do. This is the action that you feel inside, in spirit, that is the next right action towards fulfilling your purpose. And that's why when you combine your passion and your purpose, you're more likely to fulfill your purpose, because you get inspired and you take that inspired action, and that is when you get inspired results. And that's what I'm looking for people. Inspired results, not just any old results, but results that help, that feel right, that feel on purpose for you, and that allow you to live a life of passion, to live enthusiastically, passionately, joyously, on purpose, and in that state of inspiration. So that's why purpose is so important to me, and why it should be important to you. And that's why passion is important as well, because the two combined together every time will get you inspired and get you moving towards whatever it is you want to create in your life. Now, if you would like to learn more about that, you can contact me for a high performance coaching session, a strategy session, or a discovery session. We'll spend an hour and a half on the phone together talking about some things like clarity, how clear you are on what it is you want to create, how clear you are on your passions, the courage. We'll talk about courage, the courage to actually take some steps forward. So you get inspired. How are you then going to take the steps forward towards your goal or towards fulfilling your purpose, right? The energy you have. Okay, so if it's very hard to create what we want in our life if our energy is low or negative. That's our mental energy, our physical energy, and our emotional energy. These need to be aligned and be positive and high. We'll talk about productivity. How productive are you every day? Are you taking action towards your goals and achieving some results? These are all subjects we can talk about during one of these certified high performance coaching strategy sessions. And keep your eyes open for information from me. Be sure you're on my mailing list, because later this year I'm going to be offering some interesting options for those of you who really would like to manifest more and learn more about combining passion and purpose and getting inspired results. But for right now, what I have is certified high performance coaching, where we can discuss everything that gets you to that point of passion and purpose. Because we also talk about purpose mastery and high performance coaching. So I believe that personal development is the key, the secret sauce to success at anything. Because it's about you working on you and getting out of your way so you can succeed, so you can feel passionate and on purpose and inspired and take courageous action. So join me for a free certified high performance coaching strategy session. Just go to ninaamir.com/free session. You'll see the link after this. It's not a live link, but you'll see the link. And down below under the video or in the blog post, there's always a link to high performance coaching and my strategy session application. So apply and let's get together and see if we're a good fit to work together. Because if we are, this could rock your world. It really could. The 12 sessions that are part of my program, these core sessions alone will rock your world. And then there are 12 more after that and 12 more after that. So invest in yourself this year so that you actually feel passion and you find your purpose and you get inspired to get the results you want. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. And until next time, you go out there and achieve more inspired results.